Link graphics StreamYard logo. Skip the awesome edit live awesome cancel button restart but pause button end stream main read logo grab label line data live 0 of 0 mic is solo live in layout group leader layout show more edit layout new layout remove exit so mute line more option line data mute mic stop cam mic and cam present button invite guest leave stud having dish main recomment banner grand private chat list of what stream live viewer show comment on start comment but show comment on stage live viewer comments show up on start list end YouTube grab post a
Hello, everyone. Awesome sauce. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I am your host, Blood Out of Wonders, the comic pimp. We're kicking ass and taking names and pimping whores and gaining fame. At the moment, it's just me. We're going to be checking in because we should be having our special guest coming any minute, God willing. Want to give a special shout out to JV, to JV Wheels. I am JV Wheels, everyone on the internet. Hope you feel better. And we're back on the sim too. He was not feeling all that great. And it seems like everyone I know is getting sick, or is recovering from being sick, or there's something. So, everyone, please take care of yourselves.
Unlabeled Z Rob. Escape. Rob and escape.
Give me a minute.
Stream link skip awesome edit awesome can't restart pause button mail unlabeled line live 10 mic is me solo thin layout group leader show more edit layout new layout remove line exit solo mute line dan more options.
And remember step on it.
Line data mute micro stop cam mic and cam present button invite guests believe studio having issue main read comments banners at grand at private chat at list of one stream yard live viewer com show com start com list end YouTube grab post a com off. Unlabeled.
I do not see the special guest yet. I just been having one of those days all day long. Just Saturday, December 16th, you can find myself along with Mark from Calamity Collectibles at the Big Apple Comic Con. The Big Apple Comic Con is this Saturday, December 16th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. New Yorker Hotel on 8th Avenue. There's going to be amazing guests, amazing dealers, cosplays, orgies, Santa Claus. I'm going to punch right in his fat stomach because I ask Santa Claus for a hooker every year. And every year I'm good, and Santa never brings me a hooker, and it angers me.
Link graphics, skip the awesome edit live awesome cancel but restart but pause button end main read logo grab label line data live 240 mic is solo within layout group layout leader layout show more edit layout new layout remove exit solo mute line more option line data mute mic stop cam but mic and cam present button invite guests leave studio having issue main read comments banners grand private chat at list of one stream yard live viewer com show com start list end YouTube post it. Unlabeled.
I'd like to give a shout out to Maya Romero. I may be texting her in a minute. Everyone, go to Google, type in Maya Romero. She's one of the sexiest things in a small package on the entire internet. And she's awesome. And she's amazing. And hopefully she'll be on the show in a couple minutes. There's a possibility we may have to stop and restart the stream because I'm a dumbass. It's just been one of those days for me, man.
Stream link grab skip awesome edit awesome cancel but restart pause button main read logo grab label line data live 352 0
3 minutes and 52 seconds. Oh, bull crap. Test the side.
Mic is muted. Solo layout, thin layout, group layout, leader layout, show more edit layout, new layout, remove exit, solo mute line, more option line data, mute mic, stop cam, but mic and camera settings, present button, invite guests leave studio having issue main region.
I'm going to just send a text real quick. I also want to give a shout out to Nora Noda and her really Hayes. Hope you guys are having a beautiful night. Wishing you and your families happy holidays. They're good friends of me and good friends of the podcast. Text Maya XXX.
What do you want to say to Maya XXX?
Ready whenever you are ready. Period.
It says, ready whenever you are ready. Send it.
Yes.
Done.
All right.
comments tab to main having issue leave studio invite get present but mic and cast stop cam but mute micro blind Adam more option mute line exit solo remove line new layout edit layout show more leader layout group layout thin layout solo mic is muted 0 live 510 blind data label logo graph main read end stream pause button restart but cancel but awesome sauce edit live stream button awesome dash sauce dash
Worst stream ever made. Just a friend. Like I said, I'm trying to see what's up with the guest. Once again, I want to wish JV a speedy recovery. I hope your stomach gets better soon. Also, we keep our good buddy Mark from Calamity_Collectibles in our thoughts and prayers. He was having a family emergency tonight, and if we keep his step-grandfather in our thoughts and prayers, I would really appreciate that. We're pulling through you, Mark. He will be on tomorrow night. We'll be talking comics and having a Big Apple pregame. And like I said, I've just been having one of those days where everything's been going wrong today.
Edit live awesome cancel but restart pause but end main relogo grab label blind data live 6-0 mic is solo thin layout group layout leader show more edit layout new layout remove exit so mute blind more option blind data mute mic stop cam mic and present button invite guest leave studio having issue main read comments tab manners tab grand tab private chat tab list of one stream yard live viewer comments show up on stream.
Okie doke. I do want to say that it's Christmas time. And this has not been a really good Christmas holiday for me so far. I just brought my dog's ashes home today. Me and my mom did that. I really miss Ash. We named her Ash, after the Pokemon character. And it was one of the greatest little dogs.
Messages. Now. XXX. I'm here.
All right, hang on. We're going to bring someone in. But everyone, give your dog, your cats.
Edit live awesome cancel restart pause but end main relogo unlabeled blind that live 7-0 mic is new solo within layout group layout leader layout show more edit layout new layout remove exit solo mute line more option blind data add Miss Romero 55 the stage button enter main remove.
Hello. Hey, everyone, welcome to the show. The sexy, the talented, proof that good things come in small packages, Miss Maya Romero.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm holding up. I can't complain.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Like I was saying, we brought my puppy's ashes home today.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to talk some sense into my mom, but
good luck.
She's talking about getting a second dog already. So I may be going to the shelter with her tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you for the positive thoughts and the thoughts and prayers during this time.
Absolutely.
When's the last time you've been on?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Oh God, where do I start? I probably have to start with I have been blessed to be able to say that I am now a brand ambassador for Alterotic, which is awesome and dope. I'm really thrilled to be able to say that. Yeah. It was an awesome opportunity. I really enjoyed my Vegas trip. And that's been like the main thing that's been like new and exciting is the Alterotic stuff. A lot of the content that I'm pushing out, all the filming I'm doing. I'm still working on my music. I have a new song that I'm going to be dropping here soon, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So kind of like business as usual over here, but also not really. Like, kind of getting a little more busy.
No, I hear you. I'm, basically, I got a convention coming up this weekend, and then I'm going to enjoy the holidays, and then I'm going to start getting ready for ABNs.
Awesome.
Since it's award season, you up for anything this year?
So I am not personally, but Inked Motel 4 is, and that I was able to be featured in there. So I'm in a picture that is up for an award, but I am not up for an award this year just yet. I'm hoping next year will be my year for my first.
You and me both.
Yes! How exciting will that be?
Yeah, like I said, I'm getting everything back on track. I just wrote my most favorite scenes I've ever written, and get the homage a Jerky Boys clip and put that in there as well, which is such a blast.
That's so funny! I can hear your thingy.
Shut the speech off. Like I said, I came home and I decided to be nice and take the recycling out. I actually knocked over a couple of my mother's gnomes in the process.
Uh-oh.
Which, nothing got broken, nothing got damaged, but it gave me a panic attack.
Yeah.
So I was like, and it took me forever to get over it.
I believe it.
So what does being a brand ambassador for Alt-Erotic actually involve?
So I am going to be working on a bunch of scripted scenes specifically with Alt-Erotic. We're going to be doing a run of a few videos and a few characters that I have ideas for, and so that's going to be the main thing. So I'm becoming kind of more active with the company, if that makes any sense, more active with the brand. And because I haven't really done any studio scenes. I've only done, amateur, gonzo, content creation. So I feel like there is a difference between content creation and actual XXX scenes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's my main goal, is working with Alt-Erotic to start building up my portfolio of actual XXX studio scenes as opposed to the more gonzo stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of pitching one or two things that I have in myself, because you've read my stuff. My stuff is towards
the crazy and ridiculous, yeah, absolutely.
You've seen that my stuff, but I think leans more towards studio styled stuff than it does.
Yeah.
Though.
Absolutely, because with all of your ideas, in my head, even I've been okay, this needs a crew. This is gonna need 4 or 5 people on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, the Project Pegasus thing, which I had to take off Mini-Vids because Mini-Vids was giving me all sorts of crap a couple weeks ago.
Right.
You need to go for your videos, and we need you to verify a bunch of stuff. And I was just
that's annoying.
Long time. It was right after we basically put Ash up to doggy heaven.
Right.
And I was like, I'll just take everything down for now and relaunch.
Right. I'm not gonna fight with this right now. Y'all can do whatever. I'm just gonna take it all down. Yeah, I understand that completely.
I took everything but the bare minimum down.
Yeah.
So how was your Exotica this year?
I only went to Jersey this year. I went to Vegas and worked with Alt-Erotic instead of going to DC this year, but it sounds like I didn't really miss out on much.
Yeah, it looks like for next year they're not even bringing it back.
DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it was that dead. It was not busy. I'm very glad that I spent my money a little differently this year as opposed to how I usually do. You know what I mean? But Jersey was okay. I had an interesting Jersey experience just because I was working with the convention as a hottie, but I was a different kind of hottie.
Mm.
So I was in the dungeon getting people to participate in the demonstrations and stuff like that. But I wasn't really doing much else. How the hotties do stuff for tips.
Oh yeah.
That's really not what I was doing. That's not what like the setup was, which was weird, but like it was whatever. And so I did get the opportunity to like work the convention, which I think was a different kind of perspective on like being at a booth versus working the convention, because like there's different incentives, because you get paid flat rate, you know, like up front for showing up working for the convention, but when you're at a booth you have more of an opportunity to try to like sell merch and see if you can make a little bit more money.
Yeah.
But like it's not guaranteed money, and like if you're not like with a booth, you're paying for that booth too. And so just trying to figure out like which works for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like which setup does working for the convention make more financial sense than selling merch at a booth does. And
there was not one Saturday felt just like uber crammed and uber packed. Of course, I was at the Tornado / Abduction wine booth.
Right.
And there was times it just felt like super busy. It felt like a low-level comic book convention on certain points with the crowd.
Yeah. And I think in Chicago, I've been talking to a few other models, and they need like an edgy, tatted, like, you know, little emo girl at the booth. And I was like, oh, when's that convenient? I have pink hair now and everything. Like, I fit the bill perfectly. And I shaved half my head. So I got like a old school Joanna Angel, old school half shave, but it's pink.
You know, very anime-ish.
Yeah. That's the goal. I look like a cyberpunk character for sure.
Yeah, you know, which is your vibe, and my Spider Sense tells me that with that particular vibe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's my favorite video game. Is Cyberpunk. I've been getting more into gaming. Oh my god, this is a revelation, Adam.
Wait,
I think the last time we spoke,
more into gaming, because you know, I'm actually kind of having one of my model / gamer friends come on in the future. Shout out to Nora Nova. I hope she's checking out the link, because she was asking me how the podcast work, and I was like, oh, I just sent her a link. I said, watch the live episode for tonight if you can. So how'd you get in the how are you getting more into gaming?
So I started playing Cyberpunk, and I grinded and finished like the entire game and was like, okay, I need to know more about this, like this shit. I need to play more video games. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And so we were, me and one of my friends were talking, and I had expressed interest in playing Baldur's Gate 3 because I've heard like the hype. I saw it on Twitter, and like, I don't know, it's a different style of game, so I was curious in trying something new. And so I tried Baldur's Gate 3. I'm still actively in my playthrough. I'm in Act 2 right now. And I fucking love it. I think it's dope. It's an awesome game. I have so much fun playing it. As a matter of fact, I think I might play some tonight on joystick. But yeah, no, I fucking love it. It's a good time. I don't think I've in the past, like I think we've like talked about how I'm not too like incredibly well versed in like video game stuff and comic book stuff
all together.
Yeah, and so we make jokes that like I've been infected with the nerd, and it's working.
Yeah. Nerds, they roll.
And it's working. It's so working. I am definitely infected with the nerd.
None of our penises are small. We know how to make man monkey love, and we'll infect all your women with our nerd knowledge as we put it in their vaginas.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no. But we have been playing like every fucking day. And I have made it my life goal to fuck that pale little elf, Asterion. And it's working. It's working. You just have to be like kind of a piece of shit. Just a little bit. You don't have to be downright evil. He doesn't like that. Don't be downright evil.
Okay.
But like be like a very chaotic neutral, you know, like what was it? We were you can steal, okay, without giving any spoilers on like the plot or whatever. There is a mission in which you are able to steal someone's mom off of a shelf because she is being kept in a jar.
That's awesome sauce.
You're able to steal their mom off the shelf, and then you'll get sent to a cutscene of like, hey, you took something of like grave importance to me, I need it back. And you can like downright tell him like to fuck off. Like, no, you're not getting your mom back. Eat a dick and flip him off. And literally everyone in the party approves of that decision to take his mother and not give her back. And it is the funniest thing.
That's
like
awesome.
Like I said, just chaotically neutral. Don't be downright evil, but
I think kidnapping someone's mom out of a jar is kind of evil.
Okay, the character is evil himself. Like he's not a good guy. He's kind of a dick.
Nice.
He's kind of a dick.
Nice. Speaking of dicks, who do you think gets more pussy, Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny?
Oh, the Easter Bunny. Isn't he basically a furry?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like an anthropomorphic animal. I'm pretty sure the Easter Bunny gets cooch.
Yeah, sure, but Santa Claus, he just bribes everyone with gifts.
Yeah, Santa Claus is just a pimp, though. He got those elves working day and night.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Someone's got to make an OSHA complaint against him or something.
Like I said, there's some great Santa Claus porn out there, courtesy of Wood Rocket Productions.
Oh, God.
You know, one of the trailers just made me laugh my ass off. Like I said, I was going to show clips, but Jay-Z wound up getting last-minute stomach flu because everyone's getting something lately.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Seems like everyone I know is getting sick or recovering from being sick.
Relatable.
Yeah.
I feel something coming on.
Yeah, I know, it's that time of year. What do you think is better for starting out with camming, Chatterbait or My Free Cams?
Ooh, real talk. I think that My Free Cams is a little bit better to start with the Chatterbait.
Okay. Is there why?
I think the interface on My Free Cams is just a little bit easier to navigate. If you're not like an expert in computers or like a tech person, I feel like Chatterbait's really intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Because of just the way that you have to input everything. So if you're not planning on doing something like that, My Free Cams is a good way to dip your toes in. Everything's pretty like easy to find, like, and easy to figure out. It's kind of the same as Chatterbait, but not really. It's a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, in my opinion, because I've cold started on, and by cold started, I mean just like has made an account and started streaming from like without really promoting it or like getting people to follow preemptively. I've cold started a cam account on Chatterbait and on My Free Cams, and I feel like I started making money quicker on My Free Cams than I did on Chatterbait. So like if you're trying to make like, it wasn't as much money,
Mm-hmm.
but like it was quicker. I was like making like $200 to $300 a week easy just starting out, which
Okay.
is kind of like what you want to start like amping up, like, and then you want to start trying to make at least like 500, 800 a week. And then, you know, try to, you kind of scale it up from there.
Mm-hmm. And then build your audience, build your following, and all that, and help you, get, a groove, flowing.
Yeah, once you start making like $800 a week, that's when I start recommending you reinvest that money into buying new outfits, new toys, new things, because like you want to keep that steam going, and then you want to like try to scale it up. So I don't recommend like buying very expensive tech items or very expensive like cameras or very expensive toys or outfits until you start pulling in like $800 a week.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
What do you think of all the latest age verification laws and everything being talked about in the Senate right now?
I think that we are, as an industry, are being blamed for something that has nothing to do with us. I don't think the problem is like porn being on the internet. I think the problem is children having unrestricted access to it.
Oh, exactly.
When did we collectively agree that the internet was for children, period? I feel like when I was growing up, there was like this whole thing that I did about internet safety and not fucking around on the internet because the internet was for adults. But now it's turned into, in the last, like, I don't know, like from like maybe when I was in high school to now, it's turned into this whole like, no, the internet is for children and adults are not allowed to be adults on the internet because the internet's for children. And that's not entirely true. I don't feel that the internet.
My whole philosophy, I don't have kids of my own, but as an uncle and someone gets called Daddy Adam by his friends' kids when because I'm like the cool uncle I got my one friend. Sorry, Kelly. Yes, I did let your 12-year-old daughter watch an episode of South Park. My bad.
It's a rite of passage.
I was conned to do it. My mommy lets me do it.
Mm-hmm.
I found out that was a flat-out lie. Like, touche.
Well played.
It's like, let's see, what can we get away with with my blind fat uncle babysitting me tonight? I'm a gullible. I'm just an old softy, is what it is. But I think, hey, if you're a parent and you have kids and you know they're going to be using the internet, just be mindful of what they're doing on there. I mean, back when I was growing up, we had one computer that we were allowed to use, and it was in the living room where, my parents can easily watch or listen to what the fuck we were doing.
Right. And think about it, like parental restrictions exist now. Yeah. You're able to like look through a phone without even needing to look through the physical phone. You're able to like control everything that these like impressionable quote unquote people have access to, yet you fail to do so. And that is somehow the responsibility of consenting adults thousands of miles away from you, like engaging in consensual behavior and being adults and putting it on the adult part of the internet. It's not even like it's on the fucking like front page of Google. It's not even like it's on the front fucking page of Google. Like, like this is, it is being posted to adult areas of the adult internet. Yeah. And yet somehow there is still an obligation on us to ensure the safety of other people's.
Oh yeah, and that's the reason why everyone has been cracking down lately.
Right.
Between verification and model verification and more paperwork than I've seen in a while on certain things. I'm just like, and the thing there, I got told even with the mini dids thing, they're like, please fix everything so we don't have any issues with our payment processors.
Yeah, no, and it's like it's not even like they're like begging you to do it at this point. Like, please give us this information. Like, we need this information.
We don't want to get in trouble.
We don't want to get in trouble, and you will get in trouble too. Like,
and there's, like I said, you and me both were consenting adults who have a kinky, creative imagination that we found a way to an outlet in a home for.
Right.
And I'm just like, hey, I never say any. I even say that my mainstream podcast, when I'm doing non-adult entertainment interviews or reviews, aren't for kids. I'm just like, just be mindful and just, like if teenagers want to find anything on the internet, trust me, they're going to find it anyways.
Right.
And I don't think that these laws are gonna like the smart kids are gonna let's get a VM, and we'll get it that way. Or maybe, just maybe, and this is wishful thinking, the Vic. Hey, there were these things that our parents had called DVDs.
Hang on. I lost audio.
Alright.
Gotta reroute my sound. 1 second. There we go. We got it.
Alright. I hate when that happens.
I know, right?
Yep. But yeah, so I just, like I said, I'm just tired of going through XBiz like once a day and reading the latest story on the war on porn.
Right.
And lately, it seems it's always some pastor from some Bible Belt state.
Right. It's nothing to do with fucking us and what the fuck we do in like a normal industry environment. Like it's not. It's like some fucking freak in West Mississippi. And has nothing to do with us.
Exactly. I'm just like, read your Bible, dude. The Bible's the kinkiest, most perverted, most violent book I've ever read.
Right. I'm a firm believer that shame is what makes all of that fucking happen. It's like when you feel so ashamed of like how you feel, that it manifests into like some like evil fucking dark shit.
Maybe it's because I'm a New Yorker and. It's just like you see everything. And I've been to Vegas and LA so many times. It's just like once again you see everything that I just
right.
I just don't. I just don't care. Like like live and let live. And once I close my door and and I stop performing. Whatever how I'm performing it, it's just like I want my dog. God rest my dog's soul. If my mother gets this new dog, I'm gonna throw it off the deck and be like, "Welcome to the family. You're not replacing my best friend." I wouldn't really do that to a dog, but I just feel it's too soon. And then make sure I have plenty of Red Bull. And I'm on a semi-adult cartoon kick right now.
A semi-adult cartoon kick?
Oh, just South Park, Family Guy.
Okay.
I've been binging Bob's Burgers lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You binging anything cool at the moment?
What We Do in the Shadows.
Nice. How's that?
It's so fucking good. It is so fucking funny. We're binging, What We Do in the Shadows right now, but I just finished watching Vox Machina.
Nice.
Which was so fucking cool. I don't think I've ever been like angry that like a show is finished or like the new season hasn't come out yet in a very long time. And I finished the last episode of season 2, and I went to click next episode and there was nothing. And I was like, what the fuck? Where is the next episode? And my friend was like, oh, they're not coming. It'll come out later this year or next year. They're still making it. And I was like, I'm going to throw a table. This is not okay. Who said that this was okay, that this show was not completed? How dare they?
Yeah, I hear that. I just finished the Invincible season 2, which is a piece of animation.
Is that the one about the anti-superhero?
Yeah.
And his dad's the villain or whatever?
Yep.
Okay. I want to get, what streaming platform is that on?
That is Prime.
Okay.
Just because I have 9 different streaming.
Yeah, you gotta think of which fucking one you watch.
Yeah, I have to remember what's on what sometimes.
I don't blame you.
Are you going to AVNs this year?
I am considering it. I might have other things that are conflicting with that timeline. and might not be able to do it this year. But like I said, next year is definitely going to be the year that I prioritize going to like the award ceremonies and like the X-Biz and the X3s and stuff like that. I want to do more West Coast stuff because I think the East Coast is kind of like dead at the moment. I don't know what happened. Something happened in the last year where the East Coast felt like it was doing its own thing, but then it just kind of stopped.
It dried up.
Yeah, it dried up a little bit, and like I've been noticing it like for like, you know, like last year it was, you know, a little bit slower or like a little bit less, and then it just became very noticeable this year with like how everything was going, like the conventions and like just what's going on the East Coast, hardly anything like that for like XXX.
Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, the apartment I was telling you about fell through. Just due to some circumstances a little out of my control.
Right.
So I'm going to be New York City based for a while longer. I'll travel for stuff, but since every good change starts with one person,
right?
I would like to see there be a better scene in New York.
Oh, absolutely.
Like crying out loud, we have 3 Sapphires right in Midtown.
Right. Oh, speaking of which,
so there's an indicator right there that there is a market for stuff.
Right. Speaking of which, your girl's 21 now, so
yeah. We will be working on that.
Yeah, it's like I would like to have money thrown at me.
Nice.
I would like to have money thrown at me in a alluring, sexy fashion.
Yeah. Roll. We're gonna give her a G-string. Maybe take her to the champagne room and drink some champagne off her titties.
Getting crazy.
You got a food fetish?
We've talked about it. I also edit your scenes, so it's pretty obvious to me.
Yeah. I got like this weird food fetish. I don't know where it ever came from. Like everything about ice cream and
pizza,
milkshakes, pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
Even my comic book dealing friends, honestly, just like we can always count on you to have at least if we're out of drinks, that you'll have at least a 6-pack of Coke, a couple extra Red Bulls, and like a couple extra waters on you.
It's like those guys that always have balloons on them because they have the balloon fetish.
Not quite into that. What is the weirdest fetish you've ever seen?
Honestly, I've had a few guys request scat stuff, and that's probably the weirdest one. Like, it's the one that I can't. I'm very fetish friendly. I can rock with a lot of stuff, but like the fucking the scat stuff freaks me out.
No, thank you.
You can't sell it damn near anywhere.
No, actually, that's the one. I think you can sell. You can sell starting a line of Coke off a girl's tit before you can sell scat.
Mm-hmm. And like, also, I'm pretty sure you can get charged with like obscenity for producing stuff like that.
Yeah. Actually, that's what they. One of Ivan's bosses actually got hit for that back in the day.
Yeah. That's why, yeah.
They will bust your ass for that.
Mm-hmm. And so probably that, or like there's the guys that like want you to like make customs where you're just like laying completely like face like down, like completely still. I don't like those either. I don't do those. The ones where they want you like arms by your side, like don't move.
The one where you look like a corpse, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's creepy. I'd be like, nah, no, thank you.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not with that. I hope you find what you're looking for, friend, but it is not here. You know, like I said, like I try not to judge, but like sometimes, man, sometimes.
Nah, I hear you on that. It's like I don't judge, but it's like, nah, this isn't my cup of tea. And
right.
Yeah, someone asked me, it goes, you end up doing anything with scat? And I'm like, got $1 million? I was like,
Right, like
that was just my way of saying nope.
Right, I'm gonna give you some like outrageous price because I really am not gonna do it, and I know you're not gonna pay me that much.
And then they go, I guess you mean you don't do that? I'm like, yep.
What gave you that idea?
It's just like, and then even and I was like, $9, I'd be like, nope, keep your money. It's not happening. Where do you see the future of our industry going at this point?
I don't know, man. I try not, honestly, if I think about it, I'll freak myself out.
All right, that's fair enough. That's why I try not to think about it too.
Yeah, and so my whole mindset is like, everything has its ups and downs. And we've already been at a place where it was widely acceptable and like, okay, you know what I mean? We were at a point like in the pandemic where it was more common, and like, even if it wasn't accepted, it was like kind of just like, oh, okay.
Back in the pandemic, when like every third person on the planet was going on OnlyFans, they can never going to be OnlyFans millionaires.
Right, and they got mad because they didn't.
Yeah.
And that's the whole problem. But so we've already hit that point. So I feel like if we were to regress into, we've also been there too, though. The industry, there's like still people in the industry that remember when you were still like kind of pulled back about it. It wasn't necessarily illegal, but you had to be very, 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 very particular about how you did it. It wasn't just like, we're gonna hook up and record it and post it on OnlyFans.
Okay, we got this. Here's the cameras. Here's where we're doing it. Boom. It's like everyone was pretty much, you had to be meticulous, like you were doing a drug deal, kind of details. Well, though.
And so we've been there too. And so I feel like moving with the ebb and the flow, but also advocating for like our right to exist. Like there's like a fine line, because like at the end of the day, like you're gonna have to kind of bend with what is going on around you in order to make ends meet, because at the end of the day, like you still need to put food on the table.
Exactly. You still gotta pay
so
rent, keep the lights on.
Right. And like, but also finding that line of defending yourself, of standing up for like your right to exist, because like we said before, like I'm a consenting goddamn adult. Like why the fuck can I not do this? Why the fuck is there a problem? This is like the profession.
This is a legitimate art form. It's been around since the dawn of time. I mean, it's been uber mainstream since the late 90s, on different ebbs and flows. I remember, watching Janet Jameson debate Bill O'Reilly. I was like, we finally become mainstream.
Right.
And it's just like, I see Lisa Ann being the queen of sports talk radio. I'm like, yay, we crossed over and started becoming a little bit more mainstream.
Right. And like, because we are there, I feel like having, someone said something in my chat, freedom of doing what you like and not what the rest of the world makes the rules, what you can or cannot do. Exactly. If you don't want to see it, don't look at it.
Yep.
No one's forcing you to watch.
And also to anyone who's first time checking Awesome Sauce Radio out, thank you. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. I'm in this process of doing a bit of remodeling and rebranding and rehiring some new behind the scenes people to help out. So, anyone who's here for the first time tonight, thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
So, at this point, what is on your bucket list?
My bucket list? Okay, well, Okay, I want to do a BDSM series.
Nice.
I want to do cosplay stuff. We've talked about this. I want to do cosplay stuff.
I have plans for 2024. I just have not told you about them yet because I haven't looked at my. Because now that I finally have the living situation taken care of once and for all, as of last night, I can like refocus time, money, and energy on other more enjoyable things.
Right. So I want to do cosplay stuff, and then I want to hit up like performers and do like a series of like cosplay scenes. I want to do trying to think. I want to do more like kitschy, like like comedy porn.
Nice.
I want to do like the funny stuff. I want to do the parody stuff. I want to do that kind of bullshit. So that's kind of why I'm excited for the stuff that I got going on with Alterotic, is because of that too.
They're awesome with that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I actually, one of the things on my bucket list is I would like to do an episode of my podcast as a cooking show.
Oh yeah.
Just find out what bring on a guest. It could be either a comic book, stand-up comedian, or adult film performer.
Right.
Find out what their favorite meal is and cook it and do an interview while I'm cooking.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
So to speak.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
So that's definitely on there.
For sure.
I want to do Project Pegasus 2.
Project Pegasus 2. That's hilarious.
Hey, Michaela Cox. Shout out to Michaela. Hopefully, I'll get to hang out with her at AVNs. We had such a blast making that. So I definitely want to do a second one of those, and I want to do more comic book store porn.
Right.
I have a few things written, and then of course the latest thing I sent you over to be edited is probably the one thing I want to have done within the next calendar year.
Right.
That because a friend of mine who's having issues with his kidneys, and has been a childhood friend, gave me the initial concept. I just porned it.
Right.
because when he pitched me the idea in my head, it just made the most perfect sense.
Right, for sure.
And because as I talked to a buddy of mine who owns a pizzeria by my parents' house, and I'm like, can I film something here? At least at the opening sketch part. He's like, yeah, you can use the tables outside during the spring or summer, and if you want to do some filming when there's no customers, I don't care.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
So I was like, man, I'm sure there's somewhere in my high school, in the universe, in the multiverse, there's a 17-year-old Adam with a huge smile on his face.
Okay.
Because there was the pizzeria was like my old high school hangout.
Oh, okay, word.
Yeah, so I even because the owner checked, I gave him my business card, and he checked my podcast. He goes, "You're funny." So where can my audience find you online?
Your audience can find me online at Miss Romero55, MISSROMERO55, and you can pretty much find the rabbit hole of where to go from there on there.
Yep. Normally I would put the link tree on the screen, but I am without a man in the chair tonight, so I do apologize for that. And I am going to be taking a tech class from a school for the blind to figure out how to do some of the stuff on myself. I deal with that after the holidays.
Right.
Because I'm losing men in the chair left and right these last couple of weeks. No harm, no foul. we all have our own stuff going on right now, and the flu and the colds, and, you know, they just be kicking everybody's ass.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite holiday cookie?
I like Mexican wedding cookies.
What are Mexican wedding cookies?
They're like shortbread cookies with like almonds in them, and they're covered in powdered sugar. And like they usually make them around like Thanksgiving and Christmas, in my house at least.
All right, see, I couldn't have those because of the almonds.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, you be calling the the ER. Be like, yeah, the dumb blind guy. He eat the nuts in them.
I'll
His tongue
stab
is
you
growing
with
3
the
sizes too
EpiPen.
big.
I'll stab you with the EpiPen on our way there. It'll be like a bonding experience for both of us.
Yeah, I hopefully would. That big tub of thing I saw my mother making of holiday cookies, which magically disappeared. There'll be some of the peanut butter with the Hershey Kiss on top ones.
Ooh.
Oh. Careful.
I forgot how to breathe, but I'm good now.
Right, that's good. Yeah, breathing's good.
Yeah, it's like kind of fundamental.
Yeah, it kind of helps.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to wish you a very awesome, very amazing holiday season. I want to thank you for for all the friendship and support you've helped me get for 2023.
Right.
With everything that's going on behind the scenes, I thank you for all the amazing editing that you've done and will be doing.
Absolutely.
And like I said, we will be working together for 2024. And I just thank you for being a part of my life and part of the journey of Awesome Sauce Radio.
Yeah, for sure, Adam. It was a pleasure.
Yep. And with that, everyone, I wish everyone else an amazing, blessed weekend. I hope to see a couple of you at Big Apple Comic Con this Saturday at the New Yorker Hotel from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. In 2024, we will drag Maya there in full cosplay. We'll figure that out for the 2-day March show.
Yes.
Remember, we don't just have to have a vision. Love you all. Blind Adam out.
Blind Adam out.
And if I can remember which finger it is, because there we go. That goes there.
Solo live mute and more of mute might stop commitment present but might get leave studio but have addition show star show comment at star show comment star show comment star show comment actions but stream skip the edit with awesome sauce cancel but restart but pause but end stream button.
There we go.
Enter manner region. Not yet but end stream but enter.